done, Jenny. Good, Talia.
In Corowa, southern New South Wales, Wednesday nights means footy training, and that's where you'll find Pete Norris coaching his daughter's team.
As a father, for me, it's putting my phone away, it's being present, it's coaching their football team, just to say yes to the things that I know that will make them smile. Life is incredibly busy, and I suppose that's what I've learnt.
Pete knows what it takes to be a good dad because he learnt what not to do from his own father, a bank robber who would disappear for weeks, sometimes months. One Christmas, Pete and his sisters found 3 bags they mistook for their presents.
We've opened them up and there's bundles of cash, like these big bundles of cash with big red elastic bands around them and some handguns. And that was when we realised maybe we're a little bit different.
It was a chaotic upbringing. At times, his sisters were in care, while Pete and his dad were often on the run.
We moved all over the place, from Sydney to Melbourne, from Melbourne to Perth, sometimes small regional towns like Rochester and Bendigo, just wherever kind of Dad felt safe or further away from, whoever was hunting, police that were hunting him down at the time.
For decades, Clarence Clarry Norris did his best to outrun the law. Even when he was caught, he had a knack for slipping out of prisons, including Long Bay in Sydney's east. By then, Peter's mum had had enough.
Mum grabbed a shopping bag one day and caught a bus, told us that she was going shopping and never returned. And we haven't heard from her to this day, so she just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Pete and his siblings were taken into care.
We were just handed out to separate families to no doubt make it harder for Dad to bring us all back together when he got out of jail. Every single time he'd look me in the eye and said, "I'll be back, Pete, I'll come back for you. It's going to be okay." And he always kept that promise. He never broke that promise.
Too young to know better, Pete would escape his foster parents and join Dad on the road.
For him to show up and on one occasion, a little stone hitting my window and look outside and Dad's sort of waiting down there going like, "Let's go, Pete." So it's things like that. I mean, just some beautiful memories and the fact that he just kept coming back and kept his word.
Eventually, Clarence would be caught and Pete would lose his dad all over again. At 11, he was made a ward of the state, and with no family to take him in, he was sent to Victoria's Baltara Reception Centre alongside kids caught up in crime. There, he was physically and sexually assaulted.
It was a very violent place, and the violence came from the other inmates and the guards as well. And for me, I had 3 horrific experiences in there. So for me as an 11-year-old, I just thought that was the hell that I was stuck in forever.
That was until a Shepparton foster family with 6 children of their own welcomed Peter as their 7th.
They extended some kindness and asked me to stay and to go to school. And and that was when I kind of realised that the routine was something that I'd really missed. When
Pete was 13, his dad returned.
I looked him in the eye and I just said, "Dad, I can't come." And it, to this day, is the most difficult decision I've ever made, the most heartbreaking decision. He was sitting across from me, he was crying and I was crying, and no words were being spoken, but we just knew that that was it.
It was the last time Pete would ever see his father again.
I would give anything to have another day with him. I just knew that I couldn't be my father. I loved him more than anything, loved him more than anyone, but I just didn't want to be him. I wanted to be more than him, and that was my chance to do that. So as heartbreaking as that decision was, it's still the right one.
Pete's dad, Clarence, was recaptured and died in a WA prison. Now, with his youngest daughter the same age he was when he made that heartbreaking choice, Pete is grateful he walked a different path, and so is Sophie.
I'm really proud of how he's come from such a terrible childhood to becoming such a good dad.
What? Go to jail, go directly to jail, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Ouch. I'm happiest around my kids, to be honest. Hey Chloe, how you going?
Hey, good, how are you?
Yeah, good, you look really nice. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, just at beauty school. Someone did my makeup.
Like if Sophie and I are just chucking a fishing rod in the Murray River, sitting there and just chatting to each other about nothing in particular. That's when I'm at my happiest, and just hanging out with them.
While fatherhood is his greatest achievement, there are a few other highlights. Pete's CEO of the local RSL.
Morning, Sinead. How you going?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good. How's the day looking? What's the...
Pretty busy today.
A 6-time gold bodybuilding champion and now an author.
G'day, Mark. How are you?
Yeah, good to see you.
Amazing to have my book sitting there, and such a good spot too, so thank you for that.
We always like to try and support local authors, so it was an important one to have there.
Pete also sued the Victorian government for his treatment as a child. They agreed to settle, but wouldn't let him discuss the impact it had on his life during the hearing.
No apology. And in my experience, the way that they've tried to deal with this is just to throw numbers at it to make it a transaction. And it's not good enough.
The things that we value as a club, always on the top of our list is respect. When we talk about respect, we talk about respecting each other, our umpires, and of course, respecting your parents and the people that bring you here.
Today, his strong moral compass, forged by a childhood no kid should endure, is helping guide the next generation.
The reason I coach football is not, and we speak about this at training, it's we like winning, but we're not there to coach winners. We're not there, and it's not all about winning. It's actually about preparing these girls to be better people in life.
Well done, Anthony Hara, on that story. It's complex and touching in all sorts of ways. That is the book, The Bankrobber's Boy. It is out now. If this story has raised any concerns for you, please reach out to 1-800-RESPECT. So that number, 1-800-737-732.